Hey there, guys. It's Kage Tack coming at you. I just wanted to do our day one thoughts for the new season, considering we had some new buildings slash gimmicks involved, and also just kind of thoughts on the current situation with, well, the auto enlist button, which I already feel like people are probably going to overlook that, but we'll see. Anyway, to start off, first day's opponent, pretty much a lightweight. They were ranked pretty well. I think like 300 for the raids overall. But attendance always seems to be an issue with a lot of these guilds, and I looked into their buyer, the casual. It makes sense. So they were down 3 people. It was a complete bloodbath. They got absolutely annihilated, and we scored pretty high. I mean, so high, in fact, that day one we're already 264, which I'll take it. That's, we'll see if we can maintain and keep under 250 just doing Battlefield 2 this season again. But overall, attendance makes or breaks a lot of these fights, because if you're down 3 people against a full guild, you're done. There's not a lot coming back from that unless the other guild isn't very active. But so let's talk about some of these new tactics here. The box station having the airstrike, which is essentially the MOW Malice is his primary ability. Pretty easy to avoid, nothing too crazy. Okay. The launching pads didn't seem to really, I don't know. I feel like they didn't have much of an impact, at least in this field between the gold and the silver rarities and the bronze rarities. I didn't see them having too much of an impact outside of, if, let's say, people are scrounging for tokens towards the end, or units they need to use to fight, and they don't have some strong stuff left that can kill quickly, then I think people were running into some issues. So it seems more of a kind of a deterrent to keep people from trying to just throw absolute garbage at a defense to win than anything else. Are these guys better than the guardsmen? To some extent, they seem a little bit better, but again, I think they come out a little too late. And as somebody else brought up on the Discord, which I also agree with, they telegraph where they are because of how the buff works. I mean, you're going to know if you see the icon for it, launching pad, at the first building you attack, you're going to know that launching pad is right behind that front building. So it gives away its position, unlike with the troop garrisons where they were a universal buff and you had no idea that you were, where that troop garrison was. Could it be behind the next building? Could it be all the way in the back? Could be anywhere. So I'm not a big fan of those. It's kind of like the armory. You know where the armory is. So it's like little things like that. I don't know if maybe to kind of keep the guessing, I don't know how they would do it, if they would have to, because even if let's say they didn't have the icon up there, and a well organized guild goes in and they see that there's like an armor bonus, or the launching pad thing drops, they just tell their guildie. So I don't know. I feel like going forward, I think if they're going to do buildings in the future, they probably should keep the buffs universal to kind of hide the location of them. But that's personally just me. I mean, I don't think it would be super awful if they, instead of having 2 launching pads, they just had one, and that one was like a universal building that you have to find and take out somewhere. But I don't know. What you guys, let me know what your thoughts are on that particular building. But realistically, with how things are spread out here, let's take a look and see where people are queuing in. So less than 100 for level 5, 180 for level 4. Level 3 seems to be getting a lot more traction. And then, of course, level 1 and 2 are the go-tos here. And again, if you don't know where you should be, just look at your guild. Heck, what we do every season is we look to see how close we are for level 3 in terms of cap, because we're looking to play at cap. We're not looking to play with a deficit and then get matched up with a team that's going to actually just wreck our faces. So anybody we fight has the capacity to defeat us. They do. It's just I'll be frank with you guys. I feel like a lot of it is an attendance issue. The times where we fight a full 30 man guild, the score is usually decently close, within 30k or less points. Unless they don't have people participate, which then that's, again, that's attendance. But for any of these guilds that do lack people, oh, it is one-sided as F, my friend. The previous score was brutal. It was absolutely like, I think they got like 180 and we got like 530, in terms of points. It was just, they didn't even get the med station. They got just completely decimated. So yeah, you just got to take a look here, because again, what you're playing for in terms of all this is just some extra tokens. I mean, if you can rank top 1,000, you're getting a decent box. So it's like, don't kill yourself on any of these, because you realistically want to try and win every match, so you get a chance. You get a legendary badge, you get the 12k XP book, you get all the goodies, instead of getting like the secondary stuff where you maybe get a legendary badge, get 2,500 books, etc. It's just, you want to win. Plus, you get more credits if you consistently win. So yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping that maybe I'll have a change of heart with this launching pad. Maybe after a few more fights, we'll see it be more effective. But generally, it's just like, oh, the launching pad's over here. We're just gonna walk on by that and keep going. It's like, just ignore it. And I don't know if most other guilds are seeing it not really as a threat on the higher end play, and they just kind of do the same thing where it's like, we'll come take care of it after medbay's gone, or how have you. But yeah, so I don't know. I just wanted to do a quick check-in, let you guys know how the season's going, and we'll see how the matchmaking is going to play out again, because right now, as it stands, where are we at in terms of power? Oh, thank you. So in terms of power, we're at like 38 million. So I realistically think on the top end, when matchmaking is going perfectly, it's going to be within like 3 mil top end, bottom end. So, which when you queue into a battlefield where you have 1442 guilds, you're more likely to get a solid matchmaking than going to level 4 and doing 180, or going to level 5 and doing 97. So we'll see how things go. But other than that, I'll keep you guys posted if I see anything else interesting. I don't know if I'll do these daily, because again, day 2 could just be the same thing where we just roll somebody under the bus and just completely decimate them, because the system is factoring into things, or because we're almost top 250, maybe we'll have a tougher fight ahead of us. But either way, we've been wiping out teams left and right, and I still think playing at cap is way better than having to go to level 3 and potentially fighting a full D3 team and throwing in, a numerous amount of tokens to overcome one defense. So you're not going to change my mind on that, guys, no matter how much you want to troll me and everything else. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, because I've got better win rates than all of you. I do. Except, well, if anybody's actually won everything, I think maybe, well, I guess Alpha. I mean, who would... I'd probably say... Has Alpha Legion ever lost one, or Iron Warriors, like any of these top guys? So if they've never lost a match, they've got a better win rate than me. But other than that, I've got you guys beat. We've only lost one more out of every season. And if you guys want to teach me a lesson, you're gonna have to come down to Battlefield 2. I'm not gonna take your taunts to go to Battlefield 3 where you got the advantage over me. You come fight me on neutral ground, or you don't fight me at all. Anyway, guys, I will catch you on the next one. Peace.